What I got here is the plumbing supplies to start running the plumbing throughout the whole house, because that is the next step in this project. Check it out. Got my shower plumbing done, at least stubbed into the crawl space. This is where the shower head will come out, and then our controls are right here. And even though I'm in plumbing mode and I just want to hit it hard with plumbing and keep going with that, I need to take a break because my drywall guy will be coming soon, and I need to go ahead and get this dried in. So I'm going to do that real quick. What? Now we are 100% drywalled in, just waiting on my mud guy to come mud this thing out. And now I can keep rolling on with the plumbing. What's up, everyone? I'm up under the house right now running PEX water lines for everything. Hope to have all the PEX run today, which I think is pretty possible, which would be awesome. But look where I gotta go right now. I gotta go all the way down this bay, down to the back corner of the house, which is the tightest spot in the crawl space, and that is to the washer dryer tap, which already have a pipe coming down and a pipe coming from the main line over this way. I just got to connect it with an elbow, which I'm about to do really quick. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the PEX plumbing that I'm running. So I went back and forth whether I wanted to run PEX or CPVC. I was thinking about CPVC because I thought it would be cheaper. But I know in the long run, it breaks and gets brittle over years. But I've also been in houses that are 20, 30, 40 years old and still have the CPVC. So that's what made me kind of lean towards that way. But before I made my final decision, I asked about 4 different plumbers I know what they would do, and they all said PEX. Right now, PEX is like the new and improved stuff. Everybody's doing it. I don't know whether it'll last longer than CPVC or not, but that's what I'm doing. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's way easier. I'm not under here with primer and glue. I've got this cinch tool, which cinches the clamp to all the fittings, so that's super nice and easy, especially when I gotta crawl somewhere like way back in this crawl space. So that's why I chose PEX. Could have done CPVC, probably would have been fine, but PEX is the way I chose to go. Got all the way down here and realized that I only brought one of these little clamps and I need two. And the hardest part is getting out of here because I've got to crawl backwards because I do not have the room to get out of here, but it's all good. I'm gonna go get that clamp real quick. I'm back. More plumbing fittings. Now I'm about to start running the drain. I'm basically done with the majority of the PEX under the house. I still have some nitty gritty stuff to do. I'll explain some of that later. But now I'm gonna get started on running the drain lines for the rest of the house. You remember, under the house, I've got the main drain line that goes to like the city sewer, I guess. Just gotta tie all my appliances into that main line. I'm gonna hook this water heater up really quickly to my main lines I've already stubbed up. And this water heater actually came with the house, and it does look a little rough, but it's actually fairly new. I think a lot of the surface outside rust is from there being a water leak in the kitchen, and it just got wet from the outside. Have no idea if it works, but the way I'm going to hook it up is, if it doesn't, I'll be able to easily unhook it with a shark bite and hook it right back up with the same setup that I have right now. So never hurts to try, and we'll hope for the best, hope that it works. Water heater is completely plumbed in. So I'm done running the major water lines and plumbing lines for the house. The things I've got completely done are the water heater, my washer hookup right here, which you've got my water feed lines, and then my drain line, and then into the bathroom I've got my toilet flange plumbed right there, and then I've got the drain for the shower. That's all done, and then I've obviously, you saw me do the water lines for my shower behind that wall right there. And then for my vanity plumbing and my kitchen cabinet plumbing, I have all of that ran right up and elbowed up for when I go to set my cabinets. I can do all my plumbing through the cabinet. And the reason for that being is I didn't want to do any, unless I had to, plumbing in the walls. So for my shower, I really had no choice, got to do that. That's why I cut in the access panel, so I can look in there and make sure nothing's leaking, because water lines behind the wall just give me a sick feeling in my stomach. And that's not because I don't trust myself, but I just don't want water leaking and me not know about it until someone steps through the floor, because it's so rotted out. So my idea behind the water and the plumbing being in the cabinet is, if it does leak, it'll be noticed. It'll be noticed in the cabinet. It'll eventually come out of the cabinet, and then that's just going to leave minimal damage. And it will be a little bit more difficult to like replace the cabinet, but I can always go up under the house, cut the line, and then stub new lines right back up. So even though I'm not 100% done with the plumbing, I wanted to go ahead and wrap this video up, because I have some big major things that are coming next as far as the project. And even though I do have some more plumbing to do, which is kind of nitty gritty, like hooking up the sinks and setting the toilet, I want to show you guys that as well. But wanted to go ahead and end this video so we can get on with some other cool things coming in this project. I want to give you guys a quick update on the expenses of this project. I did it a couple videos ago, and we were right around $6,600 in materials. Updated to this video, we are at around $8,500 in materials. And the major things we've got done with since that last video are replacing the front door and the two big windows in the front of the house, and then getting the rough plumbing done. So the rough plumbing was a little bit more expensive than I thought it was going to be. We chose to do a more expensive route with the PEX, and all those fittings are really expensive, but I think that was the right choice to go with the PEX. It was so much easier crawling up in tight spaces and didn't have to really worry about the glue on each little fitting, just crimped it and was done with it. And then the PVC pipe was a little bit more expensive than I was thinking. I guess I just had the idea of PVC being cheap, which it relatively is cheap, but when you buy a lot of it, which this isn't even a huge aspect, but I had to buy more than I was expecting. Also, the two front big windows cost around $1,200 altogether. It's actually 4 windows, just 2 double windows, and each window is $250, so that's $1,000 just in windows. And then with the wood for the new seals I put in, and then the trim around it, is right around $1,200. So we're approaching that $10,000 original number rather quickly, and we still have a lot to do, so we're definitely going to surpass that. But I think we're still looking good to stay under 15, but I will continue to keep you guys updated with that. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate all the love and the support. The comments that I'm getting are awesome. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and keep commenting down below. I'll see you in the next video.